Welcome, everybody, to the Quarantined with the Homies Zero Sugar Podcast experience. Trust me, I did not rip that off of anything that's completely original. Today is going to be very special because we have a special guest. His name's Cooper. He's a close friend of ours and a beloved correspondent, in a sense, to a lot of the things we think about. Once again, thank you for the continued support on the past few podcasts. The first one is continuing to grow in viewership, and so is the second one, which is always nice to see. So, with that being said, please welcome my co-host, Ben, Lincoln, Logan, Daniel, and our special guest, Cooper.
What's up, guys?
Hi. I'm back if you hadn't noticed.
What? What are you talking about? You're never gone.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're just quiet.
Yeah.
You're just quiet.
Yeah, you're just short and quiet. It's fine.
All right, so first
I'm
off,
sure.
thank you guys for joining me once again. Always love to have every single one of you here. Not like one of you left for one of them, but completely fine. Nothing happened. But we do have a special guest. Cooper, how are you doing?
Good.
Good. You're not going to introduce yourself?
Not really. Like,
Not
honestly,
really.
Good.
No,
I mean,
What
how
are-
are you guys doing?
good.
Bored.
I'm
Even more
doing-
bored than last week.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
doing
man?
good.
The longer quarantine edges on, the longer I find entertainment in the smallest things. I think the
Some-
hysteria is starting to
It
kick
sounds
in.
like a family reunion where it's the one
This
person
is like a
in
family
the
reunion.
conversation, just the children responding. Good, usual.
Yeah, no, school was
Just
fine.
like scroll through Twitter or something.
Nothing's to watch. Nothing to watch on
I've actually
Google.
been urging to go back to school, dude. I'm missing it. It's like
I'm not
my
that
whole
far.
social life is gone.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just,
not
like-
that far.
I was
I'm just
talking to
getting
Sebastian about it too, and he wants to go back to school too. Like,
Mhm.
it's just been like, you
I
know.
think every child wants to go back to school because of the social aspect. Like a lot of
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, be honest. Like, you can't see anyone.
I don't
You
mind.
know. I mean,
being
it's
here.
weird though because they're opening schools back up when the cases are way worse,
Right.
which I don't know.
I
but
mean, we're
yeah,
relived
school-
'cause I don't want to give.
I'm excited for school more than I am nervous, even though it's
Yeah.
high school.
So
but yeah,
I don't really want to go back. I'm just mad about the people who don't care at all and go and continue on with their daily lives, even though this is happening. And then they post things about it, and that's just like, well, I'm sitting here at home. I'm doing my part to not spread the virus if I do happen to have it. And then all of these people are just like living their best life, hanging out with all their friends in quarantine.
That's their problem. Like, if they
Well,
get the
they're never
virus,
gonna get sick. We're all kids, and the odds of us actually, I know the odds of everyone getting sick are about the same, but
yeah,
like
obviously.
them getting a horrible consequence for it is very low.
definitely.
Georgia schools are already open, and
yeah,
like
and they're also doing really terrible right now. Like it was like
I
300
know,
kids
I know.
in the first
showed me a
day.
picture. But yeah, my mom showed me a picture, and the hallways are even like they're packed and
They
stuff.
are
It doesn't
packed,
make
yeah,
sense
that-
'cause they're
that-
nowhere. I know. It's just it doesn't make any sense.
The
it's like
student that posted that picture got suspended. She got
yeah,
suspended for
she,
posting
yeah,
that picture.
yeah.
It's
They reversed it though, so it's
okay. So
fine.
one thing that we do need to point out is we are missing a guest. We were supposed to have our other good friend Tobias. He had a family issue come up and he was not able to make it. We rescheduled for 2 weeks from now after we have Will on next podcast. So to clear the air, and I know I mentioned it last time, but getting back to the whole coronavirus thing, it's really sad the fact that they're saying they can't mandate people to wear masks even though they can, because they're mandating like girls to wear like the two finger
Yeah.
straps on their shoulders and like the dress length, and like that's a complete joke because it's not as provocative as schools make it out to seem, and if it's provocative, it's more provocative to the teachers than anything. I've seen teachers violate the dress code and nothing happened to them, which I quite frankly think is a joke.
Yeah,
Well,
we don't hold.
Yeah.
That's
And we can't say anything about it
kind of.
because they won't listen.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Hand in a report to the principal on how your teacher violated the dress code? Like what? No
That's
one's gonna
just
listen to
weird.
you.
That's kind of weird.
And then you have the drink like I would say like because this isn't just like the school, it's the teachers that also do
Oh,
it too. Like
Jesus.
in like a science class of sorts, they say keep stuff off the desk, like keep water bottles under, no soda, stuff like that that have chemical reactions, because they prepare us for high school where it's more dangerous, lack of better words, more dangerous materials that have chemical reactions. Um, but they have where they like demonstrate on the projectors on the smart boards. They have their drinks all over the place where they're demonstrating on the
Yeah.
procedure to do. But they also have sodas right beside the materials when
Mhm.
just like either the day before or like beginning of the school year where they list off the classroom procedures.
It's not fair. They don't hold people to that rule anyways. Miles pulled out a whole fancy bottle of sparkling water in the middle of class, and
But
our teacher said
we
nothing.
Are you sure that was
most of us
sparkling
had a
water,
very
not something a
certain.
little bit more spicy?
It might have been. I don't know.
What?
Knowing Miles, it could have been anything.
Who knows? He could have brought water, but it wasn't water. It was something a little
It
more
could have
Russian.
been
Could have
nothing.
been a little bit
We're
more
talking about a
Russian.
he.
Honestly,
Miles?
Miles is too much of a.
I swear to God,
Oh
Cooper.
my God, Cooper, we
Am I not
okay,
supposed
okay,
to-
okay,
Keep
okay.
this kid friendly.
Am I not
Let's
supposed to
not
curse,
curse.
though?
Let's try to refrain from it.
Okay, my bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, we've done it in the
language.
past, but like,
We've
Not
used
really.
we've used very
Minor.
very tame type of language. Like obviously I'm not gonna say it because there's no need to say it right now, but we haven't used
demonetized.
very.
I'm very vulgar in how I talk, though. So
We know, Cooper. You're gonna
I
have to
know.
refrain yourself for the next hour and a half.
Do you know how
Yeah.
Maybe
like
two.
difficult it is to like censor a word? It's one thing to like pull out a whole like word, but to understand what the word is for people that know the word, and for it to still like kind of make sense in the grand
Makes
scheme of
sense.
thing, you have to like leave like the first sound of it and then the last sound of it, so it's not just like like it's just not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. I don't know. I just when if I'm muting anybody that says something like that, I just like full on mute it. Like I'll clip out, I'll detach the audio, remove the audio, and I'll just put a dolphin sound effect in it because I find it hilarious. And most people just figure out what you were trying to say. Like that one time where
Yeah.
you did it in one of our videos, Ray.
Oh yeah. Listen, that was enraging, dude.
Mhm.
It
All
was
we
like
asked you was to put the trapdoors on the window, Ray.
it was a 3-minute map that we spent probably an hour on.
Oh, dude, yeah. Too many resets. But it was unclear. It wasn't like direct. Like you and the ending was it was such a letdown.
Well, it's in beta, so they're supposed to add more. It's like
Okay,
a Five Nights
listen,
at
listen.
Freddy's
It's
thing.
probably like Yandere Dev. It's gonna be in beta for the next like 5 years. Okay.
Is this
Exactly.
a PC joke that I'm too poor to understand?
Yes.
It's more like
I
an
mean,
internet
it's nothing
culture that
special.
you're just
I
like,
don't even know what
Map.
you're talking about, but yes.
yes.
I don't think
exactly.
you were there for
I
that one,
thought-
Daniel.
yeah. I thought he was there.
Yeah, no, it was only the three of us. Logan, Ben, and me, of course.
Yeah, the video's up on Logan's channel.
It's privated
Yeah.
though. I don't
It's
think it's public.
unlisted. I need to make a thumbnail. And
Oh,
make it
that's
public.
right. That's right. That's right. Just for I was mainly.
By the time this
checking that
goes up,
for
it might
Daniel,
actually
so
be
I
up
watched
though.
it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Go check
quite
it out.
funny. More funny than interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
So
I don't know if I'm like. Sorry, go ahead, Ray.
no, go for it. My bad.
So I don't know if I'm cutting out or not, but going back to our teachers thing, we had some of us had a very certain teacher, and that was on their phone
Miss F.
for most of the classes every single day, and you know it's not allowed at least in our grade to have a phone out.
Well, okay, so
But I didn't.
I think phones are a whole different thing than dress code, because like dress code everybody should be following, especially if you're
Yes.
gonna make a big deal about it. Obviously, like phones is one thing. Like phones, they communicate with other teachers, and I think the
Right.
principal through phones. So that's a whole other thing. Like, is it questionable? Sure, but I don't think it's
Well,
as bad as dress code.
But they actually have found out they don't use phones to communicate. They constantly email each other, because each time like a teacher uses the smart board pull up, the bottom right, you can see an email pop up, like email from,
Mhm.
and it starts off with a paragraph as far as it can go.
No, that's
Yeah.
usually like announcements for like scheduling and stuff like that. No, like teachers use their phone to communicate. I know because we've in 7th grade they were pretty open about texting each other for stuff like that.
Sometimes they just walk in.
Yeah, that's a fun
Center is
interruption
fun.
for class.
I mean, if it
Yeah,
interrupts
it
class,
is.
I'm down for it.
Mr. S just walks in one day, and everything's just so much fun. It's great.
Remember when? Actually, wait. Do I have any of you in my last Black Science? Daniel, you remember when Miss F walked in the middle of us singing songs, and she was like, "Can I get a video of you guys singing songs? Because
Wait,
my
Miss
class
F?
won't do it."
My class
Yes,
needs
Miss F.
my class
What
should take
did
after
what did
your
she mean? Her
class.
class wouldn't do it.
You guys
Wait,
weren't
wait.
singing loud enough, okay? Some of you kids were asleep, and I know it because kids tell me they sleep during those kind of things.
Oh
Wait,
yeah,
Miss
I've seen
F?
kids sleep.
What grade?
Yes,
I'm,
Miss F.
I'm blanking on
Hey.
it.
8th grade,
Oh my god.
science and English teacher.
Our Miss F, her homeroom class, which I was in, he
Mhm.
hated those songs. We hated everything.
Didn't you
About
guys
that
get,
class.
didn't you
I
guys
know.
get
I saw the
graded for it?
videos.
Yeah, that's like a participation grade, isn't it? Like classwork.
Yes, it is. She graded you on
I
it.
I can only remember Miss P.
And me, Ray,
I
and
should've
Daniel
failed.
were Miss P's.
Uh,
So
And then Ben decided to hippity hoppity out
hey,
of that.
hey, we don't talk about
He went out
And
on
his
a bang.
costume.
He was like texting in the middle of class for the final day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, Miss. Oh, sorry, I almost said that. The principal, she was like literally, she's like, oh, decided to go on a bang, huh? And Miles was with me too. Oh my god, we still
yeah.
talk.
Wasn't there's a kid
Interesting.
from a different school too? Tyler was involved
Yeah,
in
Tyler
that,
was
wasn't
in
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
and
that's
then
the one. That
Yeah,
was
they
the
added
one.
me.
Jim Sell
Yeah,
was
you guys
involved as
His
well.
Yeah, you
teacher
guys
got a
added me to the
hold
group
of
chat,
the
and I was
phone.
literally just like, "Shut up, please stop," and everybody just kept on going.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
barely. I literally said two things. I think I said text away.
Yeah,
Like when
yeah,
I
yeah.
created
And I
it,
think there were a few
and
memes
then
in the
earlier
group chat.
later when Jake Sells said something about the bus, I was like, "Oh, is everything all right?" And that's all I said.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it was.
I remember
Yeah,
that whole
and
thing.
then you got in trouble.
Oh, and then we talked. The Tyler's teacher was texting us, and that's also when I texted. But that was obviously,
How did they ever find out about that?
So basically,
Tyler's teacher took his phone.
yeah, because
And then
Oh.
And then she called our school.
Did she
Yeah.
actually call the school?
Yes.
Yes.
that's how our principal.
That's
knew.
why the principal got so mad. She was like, "Oh, a teacher from a different school had to call us about this."
And then they just went into
So-
like the records, not records, but the school district like thing, and looked up names of that because he been said his name or something, or like what school or some teacher, something that gave away what school we are in, and then Tyler's teacher.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tyler ratted us out. Come on now.
Probably.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The question is, are you more mad at the teachers and the fact that you couldn't catch multiple students texting in class, or are you mad at the fact that a different teacher caught you?
Yeah, and from a different.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
what
our
was, like,
teacher wouldn't have
angry.
cared.
I'm like, you called a different school about this just so that I don't know.
What school did
They
you
would
even
get in
go
trouble.
to?
Yeah.
And I
West-
said two things.
Don't
wait, we
say the
can't say it.
school.
We
Don't say
can't
the
say it.
school.
We can't say it. I got.
Thing. I forget about that. I was gonna say what school has that strict of teachers? I'm trying to think of something.
I'll tell
around
you
there.
after this.
I know it's the school I switched to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I understand now.
Oh yeah,
Everything
and there was
makes
a kid on the literal first day of school, of me switching there. When I got to one of the I don't know what you call it, like fine arts or whatever. They introduced, like, the teacher introduced me, and one of the kids was like, "Oh, the one who was texting Tyler." And
Really?
yeah,
That's how you're known? Just a
Dang.
kid that texted Tyler?
Yeah,
That's
you were,
impressive.
yeah. That's how he know. That's how he knew me. So I mean, not really, because how else would he know me? So I mean, recognition.
You got some street cred, man.
Already.
You got street credit your new school. That's the most interesting thing I've ever heard.
So, in 6th grade, our teachers were a little strict, but not really. They just didn't seem to care much. Like they cared about their
Uh,
subjects, but they just seemed
me
really
and
chill.
me and Logan were in the different side, so
Yeah.
can't really
Oh my
input on
god!
that.
You remember during testing when everyone was going ba 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 ba
Oh,
ba
dude,
da,
Miss
ba,
Al. Almost said that.
ba.
Our teacher got so pissed, dude. Me and Andy, and oh my god,
Your
she
mic's kind of cutting out.
Yeah.
Oh,
is
she
Oh
it?
my
walked in
god.
and she goes, she's like, "Can you guys be quiet?"
Oh
And
yeah,
everyone
she
just
was
goes, everyone
not
goes
happy.
silent, okay? And she walks out and she comes back in like 5 seconds later and she goes, "You guys can whisper," and I just hear the person
What?
beside me go, "Ba, ba, ba,
Yeah.
ba, 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 ba." And we also flattened out tinfoil with the juice cartridges,
What?
those things.
What?
The You remember when you take the tinfoil because you got free breakfast with testing? You take
Hmm.
the like cardboard cartridges of juice, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then you would take the tinfoil that your sandwich was wrapped up in when we had breakfast biscuits.
Yeah.
Then you rub them together until you got nice and shiny aluminum foil or yeah, aluminum foil. Do you guys not remember doing that?
I think I remember that, but
Nope.
I don't think I ever did it. Oh, that's what, the blah 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 thing. That reminds me of the one
But
in the room when we were waiting between like I don't know what you call it, like parts of the show. We were like playing rock paper scissors and stuff, and like playing sticks. Does anyone else
Oh,
remember
I
that?
remember sticks.
Sticks was
No,
such a
like
huge thing in like elementary school when we were doing the
like
final play.
wait, hold on. But you guys do you not remember the time we were playing? Well, everyone was playing with rocks paper scissors. It was like 30 people. It was
told us to be quiet, so we didn't have anything to do.
I
So we
remember
just played
playing
rock, paper,
sticks
scissors.
during testing, and then it went into lunch when we all ate, and then we got bored, and we just started playing sticks.
well, I think it was James and the Giant Peach.
I don't
Yeah,
remember it.
yeah. It was James and the
I
Giant
wasn't-
Peach.
yo.
I wasn't
yeah,
actually
and we were
important to that
playing,
movie or that show, so
Hmm.
I was.
The only
Sort of.
person credible during that
Me.
was
was
no,
Ray.
Oh.
Ray.
it was the
Oh
was
yeah,
Ray.
we talked about this. We talked about this on the first
I'm not gonna
podcast.
say, but
We
Plum
talked about Caleb.
Yeah, I was
during
saying
this whole
Plump
thing.
and Juicy.
We didn't talk about my role in James the Giant Peach. I was a rapper.
I'm still.
And
Yeah,
let me tell you,
I don't think you can call yourself.
I was the best rapper.
Was I in?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I think I was. Or
And
no, I was in.
is
No,
it
you were.
gonna be insulting if I say I don't remember your rap at all?
No, that's
I don't-
completely
got
fine.
money on that
It's just
jury.
I was so good at my role, you don't even remember who I was.
But it
I don't
was
I don't
Sure,
remember the
okay.
character at all. I'll be honest.
it
I'm
was
still
the,
mad about
Hollywood,
it.
director.
Wait,
Yeah.
Daniel and Lincoln, weren't y'all in the tech crew?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm still mad because like whenever we finished, they were like, "All right, guys, let's take a picture," and then they sent me to do something, so I wasn't in the tech crew picture, and then they put it in the yearbook.
Yeah.
Is that a subtle way of
Wow.
teachers saying they don't like you?
Tech crew was the
Probably.
best because you could actively, because Miss Bennett was I'm fine with saying that because she retired.
Yeah, she's retired, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
She was said for us, her and the PE teacher. I don't want to say her name because she's still doing it,
Yeah, that's fine.
but she said so if we always need extra help, so after you're done, like if you done in class, you can come help by any time, especially around lunch, to come in and just help do stuff for
Mhm.
the play. And so we could just skip class whenever we wanted because the teachers really didn't.
It was great.
Yeah, we could just skip class.
I know. I wanted to be in tech crew so bad, but I got put in ensemble
what
3.
what was your role, Cooper? You were part of the ensemble too, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
with
God.
you. But the thing is Caleb's part. I remember a few parents after, like a few days, like after the thing, they would come up to me mistaking me for Caleb, and it was so funny. It was so retarded.
Oh,
None of you guys,
Oh my
okay?
God.
None of you guys can complain about your roles because you know what I had to do in that musical?
Please
You
explain.
I was a dancer.
Yeah, I mean, you're a good dancer.
Every ensemble is a
Sure.
dancer.
No. I was one of the
Yeah.
specific dancers.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
obviously.
Wanted the 9 specific people that got chosen. I don't know how. I looked like a baby giraffe having a seizure when I tried to dance.
You were the shortest dancer, also.
No, that's
I
bad.
was the shortest dancer.
He could
Everyone
be like
was
the
really tall.
cheerleader they throw up in the air.
Definitely.
Oh my god, I guess I could have been, but we never did that. I
Yeah.
think that would have been too dangerous. But if I fell, it would have been fine. Everyone would have laughed it off.
Logan, that reminds me of when we were waiting for the bus and I accidentally pushed you down while we were playing football.
I remember.
Quote unquote
I remember-
accidentally.
No,
Wait,
he
what's this?
clotheslined
What's
me.
this? The was this the 6th grade bus to I don't know. I can't say the school. It was the high school.
For the high school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, so many stories. You remember Porter?
Oh my god.
Do you remember the
Remember,
fight he got in? And we were there.
Pyro boy?
Ben.
Yeah,
Ben.
yeah, Bilo boy. Yeah, didn't he like steal from Bilo?
I don't remember how I got that name.
Logan,
No,
you
yeah,
remember
he
when I
stole
called
he
him
stole from
gay?
Bilo, and it was in the news.
Did he really? He was in the news for stealing
Yes.
from Bilo?
Yeah, he
That
stole from
sucks.
Bilo.
Did he steal
And it
something
was-
good from Bilo though? Like if he just
I
like
can't
stole
remember.
if he
Probably
stole like
not.
deli
can't
meat,
remember.
that's one thing, but like if he stole like
Primer.
Coffee maker.
yeah.
I think it was a lighter. I'm pretty sure it was a lighter or something
Who
like
goes
that.
to
I think
Bilo and
so.
steals a lighter?
Logan.
Yeah,
you
with
remember
all
when
due
I
respect,
called
like
him
there's
gay?
so many closer like gas stations. What were you gonna say, Cooper? I'm sorry.
Logan, remember when I called Porter gay and like at the high school and he freaked out on me?
I do remember this.
Maybe
And
because
I was
he
just
was
joking.
hiding it.
And he just has to bring up everything from his past. Like I'm gonna feel bad. But I don't care.
That's what your exact words were.
Damn
I
it.
don't care if I offend someone, and the teacher stepped in, and it was.
Oh
I was
yeah.
trying so hard not to laugh because I really didn't want to look like that person, but it was a really hilarious
No.
situation.
She asked me how would I feel if someone called me gay, and I would be like, I don't care because I'm
I
not gay.
wouldn't care.
Oh, dude. Cooper. Do you remember Austin?
Oh, but I was about to bring up Austin. He was cool. Where did he actually go?
Dude, he was. I don't know. After because he was in 8th grade. We
No,
were
I
in
thought he
6th
was in
grade, I
7th
think,
grade.
and we never got to talk to him.
He was
Huh?
in 7th grade.
I think he was in the same.
He
I think
was? Oh, he might.
in-
Yeah, he might have been.
Yeah,
He stopped riding the bus because his mom started picking him up.
yeah, dude.
Well,
Because
I stopped riding the bus before he stopped riding the bus, so I wouldn't know.
then my mom started picking me up. I started getting picked up, and then
Yeah, you guys all left me on the bus alone.
Nah, nothing will ever beat the time when it was like the snow cone truck came at our middle school, and
Mhm.
and then I bought a cup, but Ben took it, and then right as he took it, the principal was
I
behind,
remember
and then
that.
we all saw him.
No.
Wait, I do not remember this.
So
You don't
when
remember
took my,
looking back and the
colored
principal's
baby
just
cup and,
standing there?
Principal
Our
was
principal.
standing behind you and saw you do it, and then you slowly turned around because everyone was looking at her, and you looked up at her. It looked like one of the scenes where it's like she's standing behind
I
you.
don't remember this.
Dude, how do you not?
Really? How do
I
you
don't.
not remember
I
this?
do not remember this.
It was 8th grade. The couple a
8th
month
grade?
before you left.
Yeah, that was like really soon before you left, I think.
I don't remember that. I'm trying to think.
You remember like 7th grade year when someone got carried away from the fire truck because they
Oh,
slipped
yeah.
and fell?
that was hilarious.
Didn't they break their
That was
ankle?
hilarious.
Yeah, like,
No,
sprained their
so I
Oh, is
think-
that because they were in the wet grass where all the
Yeah.
Oh
With the
yeah.
red
yeah, with
too.
a fire truck, and they never did
The
a fire.
Sea
Oh
Kids.
wait, actually,
Yeah, I saw
They
it
did it
because it was
Yeah, they
hilarious.
did. Yeah, they did.
They did it like a
Because
year and a half later.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because Emma came up to me at the end of one. It was like I'd hug you, but I'm like drenched. And so, yeah, they never learned.
Yeah, basically what was happening is they were like letting off the fire hose and they were making this huge sprinkler thing, and it had made this weird like kind of sort of
Cause like
reservoir
all
of
the,
water.
all, yeah, 'cause all
This
the
weird
guys were all-
area, and I guess someone hit like a tree root or something and fell over and like hurt their ankle. I don't know if they actually
I
hurt
saw
their
it.
ankle.
It was funny. It was like hilarious.
Only what you say. It was funny just watching someone fall like face first.
No, like, but like knowing that they broke something is twice as hilarious. Like, honestly,
I have a lot of questions
Dang,
for your mental
Cooper.
health.
Yeah,
just saying, like,
I have a small problem with the fact that you found that funny that someone like just like it's 2 times funnier knowing that they broke something.
it
Well,
is
okay,
like,
it would be really funny. Or I mean, not funny. It would be like really bad if he was like right next to her, or it was a her, right? I
Give
can't
it up,
remember.
everybody,
Yeah.
for our
I
friend
think it was a
Cooper.
her.
Yeah, I think it was a her.
I mean, it's just like I watched it happen.
Oof.
It's
I can
hilarious.
imagine like one of those like Tom and Jerry kind of things where like they just slip and they're in midair for like a second before they actually start falling.
They
Yeah.
looked down. That was their
Kind of
first
a
mistake.
Oh, so this is kind of off topic, but like this morning, like about an hour after I wake up and all that stuff, getting ready, I'm still pretty tired, and my sister busts in my room and says, "Daniel, hand me your wallet." And I was like, "Why?" And she says, "I need to get
Again, again.
Give me your effing money.
So about about
Again? Excuse me,
about,
what?
like, 3
Wait,
hours
hold on.
So 3 hours ago, we finished up eating at like a restaurant in down a main street in Monk's Corner. I'm fine with saying where I live. They don't know specifically, but I come back. She like sits down and all that. I was like, "Oh yeah, you took my money. I completely forgot about that." She's like, "Yeah, I spent about $200 of your money." I was like, "Huh?"
What?
What?
She took my wallet, all of it, and spent 200
On what? What'd you spend it on? Did she at least explain?
Chickens.
clothes. And she
Chickens.
I would,
What?
I can never understand spending money on clothes. There's
I
like
would literally.
my pants for $400.
Clothes are like expensive. If she bought a lot of clothes, that makes
Especially
sense,
female
but
clothes.
It was,
There's
she
female
said
clothes are
back to
super
clo-
expensive.
Back to school supplies, and all she bought was clothes.
Okay,
would break
so
her neck,
okay,
dude.
okay.
Yo,
I'm
what?
not
Honestly,
justifying her actions,
Why
by the way.
your
I'm just saying
wallet?
clothes are expensive.
Because my parents told her no with their credit card.
Oh, rip.
Oh.
Oh, rip. When is she paying you back?
Oh, she's not. She's getting my parents to pay me back. And
That's
she,
so-
she
So
calls
you're
me
not
a-
getting paid back, in other
she
words.
takes money from me so
Daniel, I
much.
could take her out for you if you want.
No.
She-
It's
Cooper,
his sister.
no,
Calm
no.
down.
I'm just joking. I'm
Miles
just joking.
said.
She
Dan, do you know what Miles said when like
no.
your sister was bothering you? Dude, I laughed for like 5 minutes straight. I can't say it on the podcast, but just know that it was
Oh.
hilarious.
But she's taken money from me so much she started calling me Bank of Daniel. And so I told her, all right, since you're calling me a bank, you're going to start paying me interest, right? And so recently I've been telling
Nice.
all right, pay me interest. And this time I'm
Smooth,
telling her, pay me
Daniel.
$20 interest.
Dude, okay, so what you should just start doing is be like, you never gave me my wallet back. And so she starts like looking in her room for her for your wallet, and she just never finds it. And so she's perpetually like looking for your wallet, and you can just say you have my wallet, and you can make her feel really badly, and she'll never ask for money ever again.
But
Ask-
she's gonna watch this probably.
Yeah, but the thing
So
is, she'll find.
Wrong.
She'll
Wrong.
look.
She's gonna get through 7 minutes of the podcast and be like, okay, this is boring, and then leave.
That's what I do with
Yeah.
other ones.
She sometimes she'll take my parents' credit cards, and for days they won't know it's gone.
Oh my god.
how do you not
Way
realize
to
your credit
expose your
card's
sister
gone?
on.
I would kill my child if that happened.
Dang.
It's
Well, now
true.
your parents know.
Oh, they've known about this.
What? Okay, what kind of repercussions does she get?
Nothing.
No.
They were just like, just hand me back the credit card.
What?
Seriously. What is this? What is this household of yours? There's no discipline.
That's a good
It-
question.
Messed up.
I love his parents, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna be like, okay.
I don't know his parents. So, Ray, draft up Daniel a contract with interest rates.
I got you. I got you, dude. Okay. So the really interesting thing about contracts is that as long as both parties have signed it and it's dated, it holds up in court no matter what.
Jeez, you're gonna go to
You can
court.
make your own.
It's your
You can make your own
sister.
contracts. It's really
Well,
weird.
there's some boundaries. Isn't there like it can't be borderline prostitution or something like that?
What?
Well,
How do
seeing
we
as
get
that's
to
a crime,
prostitution?
I'm gonna say yeah, that's illegal.
Yeah, if it's a crime, then it's definitely illegal. But I think what you're talking about is like a consent form. If that's what you're trying to like get to, like if you're like, okay, you signed this form that was like, sure, you consent to sexual activity, and then they can't be like, then they can't say that like you raped them. I think that's what
Yeah.
you're talking about, right?
It's like, oh no. I remember it from somewhere. I was like, isn't this something you can't do in contracts?
I have no idea because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't.
You remember the Josh Dub joke? I think it was Josh Dub said they were talking about how they made everyone in a bank robbery sign an NDA so they couldn't talk to the police. I want to
Oh,
know how that
man.
held up in court. And that might have
It-
been a Fitz joke.
Man, if
Probably.
that held
Fitz
up
makes a
in
lot of
court,
jokes.
ooh, that would like, oh, that would like revolutionize the game. Can you imagine like if you slip like an NDA to the person you're like robbing, and you get them to sign it and be like, I'm robbing the bank, I have a gun, sign this paper right now.
Oh, never
Yo,
mind. It takes too much time. You have to get to the money. You have to get out, and then you
you
have
know
to
this quite well.
And then if you want the money to yourself, you have to take out the other guys or get the guys to do it for you.
Would you play like Payday 2 4 times?
No,
Or GTA.
Sure, we'll go with that.
All you would do is just drill a hole in a safe if you played Payday 2.
I don't know what
have
kind of
my
like
way.
Breaking Bad movie you're watching, but okay.
I have.
No,
I
that's
feel
all
like-
you do basically in Payday 2 to rob a bank and get the safe. You drill
I watched
into the
GTA
safe.
Let's
That's
Plays.
all it is basically.
So what I'm hearing is if we need a big team, I see at least 6 of us currently. I know we can get at least 8.
We can get at least 6 NDAs.
Yes. 6 people in that bank cannot sue us. Wonderful.
pick
Dude,
a pick.
if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it
Take
now.
legal
while
action.
Social distancing.
Just put your
so-
mask all the way up.
Oh my god, dude, somebody actually robbed a bank, and I was quite surprised it happened when it did, because, like, this wasn't when it first happened. This was, like, pretty recently, and I'm surprised it didn't happen earlier.
Oh yeah. Like at this point, they're like wear a mask, and they're like okay, rob a bank. It's weird that you can say those two things together now that quarantine's a thing, but I'm also surprised it didn't happen sooner. I most definitely made a bunch of jokes about it.
Oh, yeah, before quarantine, like, well, after quarantine started and the whole mask became a thing, we made several jokes about people robbing banks. But low-key, masks can be a fit.
Walk in wearing my cloth.
You look retarded.
No, like fashion wise.
Oh, yeah,
I
they can
don't
be
know.
super fashionable. You guys
can
have
look
seen...
really
Yeah.
good.
You guys have
Yeah,
seen my
that's
mask,
true.
right?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yo, guys, let's start funding some Quarantine the Homies on brand mask.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
have that kind of money. I don't know
Let's
what you're talking
start-
about.
3.
Hey, it's called donation. Like, you know,
Yes, donation.
gotta contribute.
You
We
get the
don't have a
Well, I-
female in this group, guys. You can't have actual
We're not running a
singing.
charity.
We're not giving out handouts.
Oh,
No,
That-
no, guys, they buy it and then they have to wait like a year, and then we give it to them because we have to make it with their money, and then they get it.
Well,
What is this, Escobar Inc.?
Yeah.
Lincoln, you just really hurt my brain.
I'm sorry?
Did you hurt it to the point where it swells and you become big brain?
Is somebody playing video games? Hold on. Is somebody playing video games?
Yeah, Lincoln, aren't you playing COD?
I'm not. I turned it off when we started.
I hear
My
a controller.
Yeah,
even
I
if-
hear a controller.
I hear it too, so it's not me.
It's not me. I don't got a controller.
It's
I'm on
not
a
me.
computer.
Who is playing a video game? Cooper, is that you?
no, but I do have a question.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
Okay.
Do you think any of these Make-A-Wish kids have actually scammed Make-A-Wish? Like they're just faking?
Maybe.
Well, I think they have to
I don't
get,
think
like,
so. They have like a bunch of like regulations, I think, on what they
They
can
have
actually
like.
do.
You guys want to team up and try and do it?
How would we even well, someone would have like a terminal illness first.
we have
Yeah,
crippling
like Ben.
depression.
Let's get Ben to do it.
No.
Wait, hold on, what?
Wow.
What if we have crippling depression? Does that count?
I don't think that's a terminal illness. I mean,
I don't think it's an
Yeah.
illness.
Oh, so you think?
that's what. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just joking.
Wait, is that just gum chewing? I don't think that's a controller sound. I think that's gum chewing.
Who's chewing gum?
I'm not chewing gum.
I can hear something.
But I heard like
So-
voices like doing,
Someone
like,
is making a noise.
like that.
I swear, if I have
Let's
to make
just,
like everyone be quiet for like 4 minutes, I will.
Okay, children, let's play the quiet game. But what's the point of scamming Make-A-Wish? Like, what do you gain from that? Like,
You
what,
get
what
to meet a
happens when you
celebrity.
figure it out?
Infinite YouTuber celebrity meetups.
It's the
Yeah.
scam itself. It's like
Yo,
actually.
you can be like, yo, I want to meet
Robert.
Robert Downey Jr., bro. And then they will try and get you to meet Robert Downey Jr.
What if you wanted to meet like Kobe?
We'll meet him soon enough.
Oh
Wow,
no.
You really went there.
No, you can't. You can't.
Well,
Peter
what
was
would you
Spider-Man one
say?
day and Stanley the next.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
This just took a very odd turn, if I do say so myself.
It reminded me of that one joke when they're like, when the doctor's like, "Oh, what's your zodiac sign?" And they're like, "Oh, Cancer." And then the doctor's like, "Oh, what a cool."
The fact that you never like finished the joke, you were just like, "Oh, what a coincidence!"
That is the end
Oh.
of the joke.
That is the joke.
Yeah, let's probably stop it. Like, not talk about that.
Is cancer
know.
a terminal illness?
What?
Like cancer, like something like you can like get it to make a wish, like or like if you have
Well,
cancer.
I mean,
If it's a terminal,
technically-
okay, so I think if you have like cancer, you can do make a wish, but like generally it's just terminal illnesses. Like that's the only like umbrella term they use. I
Well,
think.
Wait, so you think?
Wait. What if my aim in a video game is cancer? Does that count?
No.
So if
No,
I
it
have
doesn't.
AIDS, I can sign up for Make a
No,
Wish.
look that way.
All right, moving on. Moving on.
Hey guys, on a different note, if you got to meet one celebrity, who would it be?
On the roads.
Like you get to have a long
Cooper, no,
conversation with one celebrity.
Don't say that.
We are not talking about inappropriate celebrities. This is a kid-friendly podcast.
No, it's not. Even though we're like teenagers.
Well, it's
We're
meant
trying to keep it
be
PG.
on the podcast.
Alright,
Yeah,
like,
We don't want it to get age restricted.
Children and parents
The
watch
fact that-
this,
the fact that
okay? We need to
Yeah.
keep this
Oh, go ahead.
nice.
The fact that Cooper said it so fast too.
oh,
It's
like
This is going to be the most edited podcast.
Yes, it will.
Oh no. That's where you're wrong.
yeah, the first one wasn't the first
Oh
one.
yeah, he's right because they had to do the first one twice.
Ah,
Oh, that's true.
Correct.
Anybody would know how much
I-
editing it would take. It's right.
it'd be a fictional character though, like fictional character or real people.
I was aiming for like real people you could meet.
Oh, so I'd probably go like
Please don't say it. Please don't say it. Please don't say it.
I don't know what he was going to say.
Can they be dead or alive?
I do. Oh, I assume they have to be alive because
Yeah, live right now.
You know what? Dead. Just to like make this as
Okay,
easy as
then.
possible. Dead.
Okay, who do you think I'm
Hardcore.
gonna say?
I think you're going to say an adult actress.
No.
yes.
Mute.
Talking about the
You're
girl
going to
that
say
killed
someone who's involved with some war.
Hitler, yeah. Like
Gosh
Oh,
darn it, Cooper.
yeah.
swear to
What?
The one. Oh
No.
man, I thought there would be no pitfalls with that. He's not even. He's not even celebrity.
Going very south.
he is.
All
Well, he's-
popularity is
He
good
is
popularity.
infamous. He is infamous. So I mean,
Algorithm. It's okay with Adolf, but not the other part of his name.
Him or Anne Frank.
oh, dude. Come on
Why?
now.
We're starting to regret our
Why?
decisions, like
I'm
leading
dead.
up to this point.
Okay,
Honestly,
next person.
Chris Evans.
Okay,
that's
that's
fine.
a,
Why
that's a
couldn't you leave
normal
Yeah,
it
I'll
answer.
take that. Yeah, Logan, what about you?
It's a good question. I don't know. I don't inherently have any real role models.
I'd like to meet Stanley.
Joel dead.
Oh, okay, we're gonna go dead and alive.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering if he is.
Dana, are you questioning whether someone is alive or dead?
Wanted alive or dead. yeah.
Retard.
Here, I'm gonna mute my mic and ask Siri.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. Okay. So I'll go next.
What's wrong with humanity?
So the dead person I'd want to meet, regardless of what we've heard about him, it would be like super interesting to meet H.P. Lovecraft.
What was that?
That would be insane.
That would be like crazy. I think there's so much cool conversations you can have with someone like him, but the alive person would probably be like I don't want to say like stereotypical, but like meeting Elon Musk would be so sick.
You and Elon Musk would have a long conversation.
They're
Probably,
both
yeah.
right.
You
I
two
wanna
are just
meet
talking so
whoever
you can't
developed
figure
the
it out
newest
what.
Mercedes.
Oh. If it had to be alive for me, maybe Chris Evans. He seems like a really energetic and fun guy.
Just make sure you never see him in a fat suit again. Like, if that's your one wish, make sure he
I w-
never takes a gig with a
well,
fat suit
That's a
again.
that
I've
wrong one. That's
never
Chris
seen
Hemsworth.
him in a fat suit,
That's
so I
Chris
don't want
Hemsworth.
to.
Yep. Sorry,
Chris
wrong
Hemsworth,
actor.
yeah.
You know what? You can make it for that actor too. I mean, I don't know what he looks like in a fat suit, so my statement could still stand.
I don't know if Chris Evans has done any movies with a fat suit.
I don't think
I
so
don't know.
either.
He always he really like bulks up himself. Like,
Honestly, do you know who would be an interesting person to meet?
Who?
Jeffrey Epstein.
After he died or before?
In his
Let's
cell
clarify.
or before he was in a cell?
I don't think there's a good answer to that question.
Oh, the
Of course there
guards.
is. We-
Guards that we're supposed to be watching.
I guess
Which
it
one
would
are they?
answer a pretty big question.
Honestly, the scumbags of Hollywood like Harvey Weinstein or Jeffrey Epstein.
It'd be interesting to meet a person and try to figure out what goes through their head when they do something like that.
Honestly, yeah.
Like, what sets them apart? Like someone like a serial killer, such as Ted Bundy or something like that. Because I know he's popular. He has like a documentary on Netflix, doesn't he?
Yeah, Ted Bundy is played by like Zac Efron, right?
Efron sucks.
I asked that question rhetorically because I know the answer. Because Emily obsesses about him a lot.
Oh, he's
it's-
retarded.
Dude, the
Zac Efron
Zodiac
or-
killer. The Zodiac killer freaking fascinates me. Like he was never, whoever was never caught.
Mhm.
It's just like
that's what's always
insane.
interesting.
And they left like
He
didn't
just
leave, like,
disappeared one day.
Wasn't there like this one serial killer that would play like cat noises or like baby noises? They were like cat noises, but they sounded like babies outside of like a window of like someone that's alone, and they'd like murder them when they came out to check if there was a baby outside.
Oh yeah,
That's
I don't know who
terrifying.
that is, but I remember hearing something about that. They would play, yeah, and then we'll go to check to see.
Man, that takes Meet the Robinsons to a whole new level.
Oh no,
Oh my
Man, if there
God.
was like a child like sound outside of like my window,
I'm not
First-
going out there.
like
Yeah, you can stay out there.
I think to be like very sincere about it, like I'd probably call somebody first, like the police,
Yeah.
because on one hand I don't
I'm
want
not
to
going
die,
out there.
and on second hand, if it is a child, what do I do then?
Yeah,
I
like
go until
what?
morning.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I don't feel like any person, just like if you have a child that dropped on you, you're just like, what do I do now?
You're just a dad. You're just a dad now.
I am your dad.
I have issues with that because
Father, the
that
father.
child's not my problem. Like, take that somewhere else.
That's why you call the police.
I
Yeah.
call the police.
Sound of the police. That's the sound of the
Hold on.
police.
Right, have you ever heard of Pee Wee Gaskins?
It rings a bell, but please enlighten
He
me.
was a convicted serial killer from South Carolina. He claimed to kill 100 plus people.
He aimed or he did?
Claimed.
Oh,
He was
So he says he did.
for killed
Oh my
over 100
God.
people. He buried buried all the bodies in the forest in the upstate.
Did they ever do like an investigation to find out?
Yeah, they only found like evidence for 9, and he got killed by electric chair in like 91.
Jeez.
Like the most famous serial killer from
And-
South Carolina.
Says.
Well, I don't think there's a huge repertoire of serial killers from South Carolina. I
Yeah,
hope.
like there's no, yeah, like
I don't think
that's what I
that's
was
the
gonna
fame
say.
to claim you want to have.
Probably not.
Yes. What are you talking about, Logan?
I guess that's fair. I mean, actually, that might make our state a little more interesting.
Honestly,
Nah,
our
that's
state is the
more
best,
interesting
obviously,
than
but
Florida.
Well, South Carolina is like, if you look, like it's one of the most unsafe states to be in.
Wait,
I
tell
don't
you
know
what,
if I believe that.
Wait, I don't know if I
Why-
believe that statistic. Like, what's the data to
The-
put behind that?
I can't remember, but I watched a video. It was like in the bottom like 15 or like 10 or something like that.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right. There's so many other big places that I feel like have much more crime than South Carolina.
Isn't
like
New
Chicago-
York? Isn't like New York pretty bad in terms of
Chicago,
like? Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago,
Detroit.
I'm thinking of a lot of like northern
Oh yeah,
places. like
Detroit.
urban.
Detroit is terrible.
Can't have crap in Detroit.
Detroit is terrible. Florida is terrible.
Florida's
just-
Florida,
Los
Florida,
Los
Florida,
Angeles.
Florida is pretty bad from what I know.
It's because a bunch of white people. They're trash. I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry, that was so random, out of the blue.
Oh my god, guys. So I don't think this matters because it's not our state, but so I was talking to my dad about Florida man and like the stereotype, and he seemed to get a little offended by it.
Okay, so as someone that now lives in Florida, I know, crazy, right?
Raise a Florida man.
So,
he's insane.
Yeah.
One thing is they are completely. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna bleep it out. So, editing Ray, please bleep this in 3, 2, 1.
Write it down.
They are completely crazy.
Why would you bleep that?
Well, I'm pretty sure by watching too, you know to bleep this. I mean, I don't think you got to tell yourself to.
Well, no, when I skim it, I'm gonna end up like hearing it. But
Write down the
So,
timestamp.
one thing
you-
I did. So one thing is all the public like a lot of the records are public, so you see a lot more of those crazy things. And 2, it's just because they're all crazy. Like, come on. What?
Isn't there like a story about people flushing drugs down the drain and it ended up getting animals high?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude, I have no idea. But like the most recent Florida man thing that I've heard was this dude during all like these riots and protests and stuff like this. This dude stole a SWAT car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't? Oh, there was one Florida man who he tried. Yeah, he tried to steal a car and there was
He
cops
hopped on
following
it and
it.
like pulled him out the window and hijacked it.
There was this like one Florida boy that like stole like the Blue Lives
One
Matter flag
Florida
from
boy.
like one of the precincts and just started running and outran the whole entire precinct.
Nice.
This is off topic, but
No,
one
no.
Florida man sat on a gun and shot his.
No.
Florida
I'm
man.
not gonna say
Microwave,
it, but
another microwave.
what?
It's just
One Florida man, he put a microwave in a microwave and he blew up his kitchen.
I remember seeing the pictures from that.
Oh my god, dude.
How retarded do you have to be though?
You saw the Mr. Beast video.
that's no. I don't.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
These are the questions we need answers to. Okay.
Florida man articles.
Well, how did that stereotype even come about? Is it just because like that's the most
Like
you
I said,
hear about?
I think it's because of all of the
God.
just because it's so public. In terms of like records, you just see a lot more crazy stuff. And
The man spits on boy in restaurant, says you now have coronavirus.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wait,
I
what?
hate people. This is a Florida man spits on boy at restaurant, says you now have coronavirus.
Who, the
Can you
boy or
imagine,
the
like-
man?
Like just going up to
No,
somebody
the
and
man
like
said that.
that's like horrible. Like you should be
Yo,
arrested
that's like
on
the
like
new way
assault.
to fight back.
That's like that
Just
commercial
cough
where
on
the
them.
dude's coughing.
Oh my
and
God.
and everyone's backing away, and he drops his mask and spits in the puddle below them, and the bus comes by
Yeah,
and drops.
It's like a Korean or Japanese thing. Everyone's like, and then like one man moves his wife away, or like a woman away, and then he pulls his mask down, spits, and then like an oncoming bus splashes all over him.
Have you seen the
Florida
videos of
man.
like? Have you seen like the videos of like with like obviously no offense meant, but like all these like white people that are like of the elderly population, they have 2 masks on and like they open their mouths and there's just a hole in the mask. They look like birds when they eat.
Yeah,
Wha-
I've seen that.
What?
Oh, it's so funny. There was this one video
Oh,
where
okay,
they were
never
at like
mind, I
they were at
understand
like a restaurant and like this old couple. They like
Yeah.
opened their mask and they were like drinking like wine.
Wow.
Fine Sunday afternoon.
Probably.
A man shoots a Burger King employee because food order took too long.
Oh
my
my
God.
god.
Definitely
He
a
went-
redneck.
Of course,
he-
it happens at Burger King. It can't
What
happen at like
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be Burger King. Like
He
Yeah.
wanted his Impossible Whopper.
because McDonald's has their food. McDonald's has their food like already ready, so if you just order it, you're just gonna get it within the next 2
like
minutes.
he was getting like his daily dose of estrogen.
Florida man accused of stirring lab urine test to drug lab.
What?
What is
I
wrong
don't
with
think
Oh,
it's this.
Miles sent me a bunch of funny ones. They're not Florida man's, but they're like really funny like news headlines.
Have you seen
Florida
the one
man.
where people like lied about a crashing and it was a bunch of like it was a bunch of Chinese spelled names and the way they'd
Yeah.
be spelled, and it was like, oh no, we going down.
Something
We
wrong.
too low. Something's wrong.
I remember that. Oh my god.
Oh, here's one
don't-
if you guys don't mind. Elderly couple accidentally burns house down during sex game involving World War II flamethrower.
Oh my god, Miles sent me that one.
Oh my god.
What?
Or the man who
It literally
allegedly
makes no sense. A World War
Yes.
II thrower.
That's randomly generated. It has
In,
to be.
like-
Like
No,
an algorithm
I-
had to
In
write
Yeah,
that.
2019, like this stuff was like, what is this? But now that we're in 2020, I'm not surprised. To be honest with you, I'm not
Hey,
surprised.
I
If
know,
the president
dude.
came up to us and was like, "Guys, aliens are invading," it would not much of a surprise.
I've
Well,
already
I
known.
mean, worse things have
Like,
happened in
yeah, that's
2020.
cool.
Florida man allegedly threatened family with Coldplay lyrics, ends standoff at SWAT, promises.
If
Oh
you don't,
my
I'm gonna
God.
sing. If you don't, I'm gonna sing "Viva la Vida."
Florida man
What-
kidnapped scientist to make his dog immortal.
What?
You know what?
God.
That's respectable. All right.
Yeah, I was about to say I
Yeah,
respect that. I respect
yeah.
that one.
But then you're not immortal.
Florida man disguises
for the
himself
dog.
in cold.
Oh, okay. Would you rather be like immortal, but or like would you rather live forever, but you could still die of like disease or like being shot, or would you rather just be like immortal?
Wait, what?
What?
Sure.
That was
Uh,
very
Well,
confusing.
I'll be immortal when you can like shoot, like when you can get shot and stuff. Because like if you're just like sick of it for living like after like 1,000 years, you just shoot yourself.
yeah.
Either.
Huh?
Does your body
You get to
age
decide when you
still?
die. That's actually really good. Oh
Uh,
yeah, because how
like,
bad could it possibly
Your
get?
your body would like age to like the point of like 40 and just stay like that for like the rest of the time.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Like your
Rest
peak
of it.
physicalness kind of thing.
I don't
before
feel
you-
like
I thought
40
20
is
was peak.
physicalness.
like before you start crippling, you know.
Okay.
Daniel,
I
you
don't know.
already started.
Just before you start crippling.
Yeah, I say crippling depression.
I have osteoporosis.
I have crippling depression.
Disguises himself in a bull costume. as he
You
tries
guys
to
remember the BuzzFeed
Welcome to the
Unsolved
Zero Sugar
episode?
Podcast, guys.
Oh, actually, that I don't know why this came to mind, but if you didn't know, like the intro is like the intro card is a joke. Like every 50 subscribers, we plan on like changing it to look a little
Oh.
bit better. But I can see where if people
Well, how many
didn't,
subscribers we got
Yes,
now?
we are
We have
not that
15.
bad at making a title card. Please don't yell at us.
yeah, like
I'll take responsibility for this one because I told Ray sent me the draft of it and I told him we have to use that for our premiere for our next episode and he actually went through with it. I didn't think anyone would take it as like more than a joke.
oh come on, I'm a mad lad. What do you expect?
Mad lad.
Mad lad.
Mad lad. Man. Were you talking about my comment that I left on there saying the intro card was great?
Yeah. No, like I was like it's just like if you don't say anything, it just kind of seems intentional. If you don't know like humor, you feel me?
I
Irony.
figured it.
Man, back on what I was saying. You remember BuzzFeed Unsolved?
Yes.
What is that?
Oh
You remember
my.
the Okay, so BuzzFeed Unsolved is a series on BuzzFeed that features two friends.
Oh, that's a supernatural one. Oh my god, those are so hilarious. Is that
I
the one you're
wouldn't. They're
talking
not
about?
always supernatural. They're also like serial killers, disappearances. They're not always supernatural. They're like real legal things sometimes.
Have you seen the one where it's like, I'm stepping on your bridge, goat man? Frick
That
you,
one
goat
about-
man!
Yeah.
I remember Goatman. That was the first one I ever watched of them. But I have to say my favorite till this day is still The Watcher.
They have one about an exorcism.
Oh, I think they have two because
I've
it's
seen
the
those.
no.
Yeah,
but
it's
has
really
anyone
funny.
seen The Watcher one?
Oh,
I might have. I remember like one time I was binging the BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural because I thought they were
Well,
like super funny. I just wanted to watch them.
It's such a weird thing because it wasn't serial killer. It wasn't disappearances. They didn't do anything. Basically, what The Watcher did was it was like a serious stalker who talked in this weird Middle English. Hold up.
This is going
Weird
a lot
Middle
better than I
English.
thought it would.
Yes,
Dude, like
ma'am.
I'm like checking behind me because like when you said like serial killer, like we were just talking about like the windows and the babies thing. Like,
Babies are scary enough as
Yeah,
it is. You
dude,
don't have to
yeah, I
add
did too.
serial
And then
killer
my
to it.
my blinds started moving, and it scared me half to
No, but
death.
I don't
Dude.
have
come on,
blinds. I don't like mine. Like I don't have blinds yet because I like just moved in. I haven't had times to like even buy blinds
Oh
for my room.
no!
So like I just look out and I see pitch blackness.
Is it a
That's
two-story
horrible.
house?
Bro, dude,
It's a 1-story house.
Oh God!
That's
So,
mine's a one-story house too.
talking
I
about
live
like
on the third
supernatural.
story of an apartment building.
So, talking about like supernatural show things that kind of are like kind of funny and ironic to watch. Me and Ray,
Oh my god.
when Ray came over to spend the night for like a weekend, we were going through like cable TV, and we're like, all right, well, let's watch.
That happened for a year, almost every single week.
Yeah.
All right, okay, we don't need to point out the specifics, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so we come across this one thing where it's this, we're like watching little bits, and we come across this Discovery America. And it's Mountain Monsters was the show name, and so we go in, and it's like the beginning of it. It's all like just premiering, but it's like back to back, each show episode, and it's like these like group of like 5 hillbillies.
It was so
just,
bad.
like,
It was so bad, but it was so good at the same time.
I
So they're
love
like,
those shows.
Family
we get
documentary.
call from the military guys. We gotta find the mountain witch. And then
it was like the 3 rings, and
Yeah.
so it was like the very like final one, and it was like he was like going to find his friends because they like got taken by the mountain monster, and they went up to the 3 rings, and they were like this. There was like this cult that was following them and like trying to like kill them or whatever. And I remember at one point they were like fortifying their like little shack, and they literally just like put wire around their shack and just put electricity to it, and it was like the funniest thing ever. Cause like if you just like clipped it, like it was done. Like it was so obviously fake, but it was really good. It was quite good.
Can I tell a story
I
after you
love
guys are done?
like Alaskan bush people. That one's not supernatural, but that's about people surviving out in the wild.
Whole
And
thing.
like,
But
there's no way that show's real. I remember a scene where they like took a piece of iron and they were like, and I went away on our little hammer bench over here, and he turns it into this full-on cast like Dr.
It's so
Reddy. I'm
fake.
like, you bought that? That's so fake.
Yeah,
but
like,
the but when we were watching this like Mountain Monsters show, when they get to it, Ray, once like he's like, all right, I don't see her, and then he turns the camera to his face, and then he goes, wait, she's here. He turns the camera onto this like the rings, like a lady, like a Japanese girl, white black kind of thing, all like black hair draping over, and Ray screamed so loud in the middle of the night. My sister,
That kind of thing's scary.
Um,
Okay.
Wait, what? I missed like half of that because my sound cut out for.
Pretty much there was this thing, and I screamed like a baby in the middle of the night.
Oh, okay.
think
Um,
and like what he was screaming at was like the Mountain Witch was basically the Rings movie where it's a Japanese girl with the like black hair dripping over her face. It was that.
And if
With,
you
like-
don't know that, remember the Phineas and Ferb episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the amount of like scary stories I have from my house from parties, we could probably fill an entire podcast of just.
Wait.
Have you guys like personally had like, regardless if you believe in like any paranormal things, have you guys like had any like what you'd consider
Yes.
like strange experiences?
Yeah.
Not to
I wouldn't say
me, but,
paranormal. I just say strange, and it's happened more
Yeah.
recently. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, same.
It's that quarantine,
what
the
do you
quarantine ghost. They're like, haha, they can't call the police.
Dude, so
Well,
Okay, so-
my thing is,
See-
I live in a very old neighborhood in a very old house.
Yeah, like that neighborhood,
So
like
this
somewhere in like the
constantly.
19 like 70s, because I used to live in that neighborhood as well.
Wait, we're talking. Hold on. I'll
There's a
message
wall.
you. The. Just keep talking.
Yeah, I know the house you're talking about. I lived about a block away.
Oh, okay.
Send that to
Yeah,
me.
it is a old neighborhood. Like normally there is. Oh wait, sorry, that was meant to be sent to Ray.
Yeah.
There used to be woods all around this place. There was an abandoned tree house, which was a weird thing to find one day, just chilling out in the
Ooh.
woods. No idea what it was or who it belonged to, but it was mine for a while.
Oh my
You've
god.
seen like
It was the
I
Magic
don't
Tree
know.
House. It was the Magic Tree House. Okay.
Oh my god!
Um,
I should have checked if there was a mouse in it.
Not a mouse, a
guys,
book that teleports you.
yeah,
There's
I
a
know
mouse
it's
in
a
it
book.
too.
No,
Oh,
no,
I only read like a first
about
few.
the awesome lit stories.
Anyway,
Talking about the books,
guys,
the Magic Treehouse.
Let Lincoln
Oh,
let
dude.
Lincoln talk. Let I want to hear his story.
so this was like really, really late around Halloween, and it could have been like just a practical joke on all the young kids in the neighborhood. But it was around 12 in the morning, and all of my friends had been playing outside. We were like 8 at the time, all by ourselves in the dark. We were playing hide and seek. And then we all decided to go back home. And then, as I'm walking to my house, all by myself, as an 8-year-old, I hear someone right behind me, and I just take off.
Oh my god.
And then I get to my house, and then I hear another person, and so I look under my parents' car, and there's feet on the other side, and I just
Oh my.
died.
Oh no.
And then I was like, "Is someone there?" And then I just heard them take off sprinting into my backyard, and I didn't think about it. I ran and locked the door, and then ran to my parents, and then told them, and they didn't believe me.
You were about to like get kidnapped, bro.
I know.
Oh, okay. So this is more of like a funny story, but I remember at Lincoln's. Do you remember when there was like a wallpaper?
Dude,
on
we've
your-
had so many great parties
Yeah.
here.
Do you remember on your wallpaper screen there was like just like red eye?
Oh
Yes.
my god!
Yes.
I
Dude,
remember this.
Yeah, that was crazy. We walked in
Mhm.
there and we saw red
I don't know
eyes.
which one of you did that, but it terrified me.
Yeah,
we were
that was
Ben.
telling
scary.
scary stories, and then someone
Ben.
did that.
I
I
swear
know.
to God. No, I was there. That is exactly what happened. Okay, so basically what happened is we walk into your room, okay, dark, and in the corner is your computer. I don't know if it's a laptop
Right.
or a computer. And
Computer.
you know how you have your wallpaper, your lock screen set, so it scrolls through pictures, right? And we walked in, and there's this really weird, distorted-looking picture. Now, that might have been because it was dark and our eyes were getting used to it, but everyone's freaking out because they're like, what was that? That was a weird-looking picture. Like, it didn't look like
That
any
was some
person. It looked
weird
like
looking
some weird, like, ghost sort of thing. Like, I guess a shaman, I guess is the only way I could describe it. Like, witch doctor almost. So, Ben, we, like, run out. We're a little young at this point. We're, like, 10.
Yeah.
And we run back in. And Ben is going over to reach at the mouse to like shake it so that it wakes up the computer and the lock screen stops changing. And right before he touches the mouse, it changes to a picture of I think it was your family sitting on a porch, and all of you had red eyes.
Right.
And Ben freaks out, like falls over. Everyone's running.
Yeah.
It's hilarious looking back on it now. It was not in the moment.
I know.
Oh my god,
Mhm.
okay, the last time I
And we
spent
had
the
to
night
sleep
at
in there.
Lincoln's house, I was like
Stop.
hiding downstairs for like an hour. And when you
Jesus
got,
Christ.
it was like 3
I-
o'clock in the morning,
hmm
and you guys came
I
down.
told Logan not to go down there. I said, if he gets kidnapped, it's his fault. Do not go down there. And then we all go down there, and then he just chases us, and we slam into my parents' wall at 3 in the morning.
Like the best part is you guys like walked right past me like 3 times.
I know.
I
I
stared
was,
at you.
Ray, no offense, but we can't see you against a wall, hiding behind a black curtain. Where the lights are.
I wasn't behind a curtain. I was like, so there's Lincoln has this hutch, and right beside this hutch is like this dig out in the wall that comes forward.
yeah.
I was hiding between the hutch and the dig out, and nobody saw me. Like Logan stopped at the corner and like turned to like look, and he didn't see me at all.
I totally missed you. I don't know how, because apparently I stared right at you, but I don't know. I guess I wasn't inherently looking there. I didn't expect you to actually be there.
And then you guys started going upstairs, and remember I started following you, and Logan just like,
I
kind of
heard
like,
it behind me because I heard like a, and I was like, I shoved someone. I was like, nope, I'm not playing. It is late at night. I want to live on to see another day.
Yeah. Oh my god. So after that, there was like something before. It was a party between me, some of my old neighbors, Daniel, Andy, and Logan.
Oh yeah.
And we were eating cake, and someone was like, "Yo, you guys ever heard the story of Slender Man?" And so they proceeded to explain to us the entire story of Slender Man. And then as we were eating cake, there was a huge window behind us, and of course it was late at night, and so we looked out, and there was something red in the background. I assume it was just like a light from a machine. but we didn't think it was a life machine. We thought it was Slender Man.
Oh, Lincoln, I
Um,
think I was there. I remember
Oh
being
yeah, you were there. It was
yeah, I do.
all of
Yeah,
us.
I was because I was like, it seems familiar, and I remember, yeah,
Mhm.
the red and yeah.
And so, my parents, whenever they calmed us down and we were going to bed, they were like, "If anyone speaks of Slender Man, I'm taking you home." And then later, I was like, "Guys, go to sleep. Try not to think about Slender Man." And one of you was like, "Lincoln, go home." And I'm like, "This is my house, but okay." And as we were sleeping, in like 5 in the morning, I had streamers timed up to my fan, and one of them fell onto Daniel's wrist, and he screamed "Slender Man" in the middle
Oh my god,
in the
dude.
middle of the night. Oh
Okay,
my
so I have,
god!
I have a pretty similar story. It was when like Slenderman was first becoming popular. I was talking to a lot of the friends I had in my old house, and we we were talking, and we were like probably like 8 or 9 at this point, and this one person's brother, older brother, like 17 at the time, overheard us talking about it, and so we were all gonna be like, "Hey, let's go like Slenderman hunting tonight."
Oh god!
And so he overheard that, and I kid you not, this man didn't like do anything too like crazy. He just kind of like put on all black clothes and like just stood at the end of the end of the road, and we were like freaking out. And then I remember we all ran around the corner, and when we went to go look if he was still there, he disappeared. Man disappeared into the yard, and for like that whole night, we were like going around like, haha, let's get murdered.
Let's get
No.
Oh yeah!
Okay,
But it's like a family like story, and it's hilarious. So, this is my father's side of the family, and the it's his brother and his no, it's his two brothers and his, which is passed.
Cooper, was it with you that I watched the Slenderman movie?
It was me, you, and Paul, and someone else.
Yeah, and his friend, and we went on like a midnight walk, and
But
we
yeah,
were like,
no, it wasn't a walk. It was a run. I remember we also watched Halloween, and me and Paul were acting
Oh
up.
god!
oh man, like the whole movie, they were just like, stupid.
Paul threw chains. He threw chains at the bottom, and the people behind us got up, and we thought they were going to tell on us. And so me and Paul were sitting next to each other, and we're just before the movie even started.
Oh,
was
there was this
me,
like I was watching a
Paul,
movie, yeah.
and my brother.
And so later that night, we went on a walk, and we were getting like scared of cars, so we were hiding from them. And there was like this one car that like slowed down when we were hiding from them. And Loki, I thought they were about to get
Oh.
out of the car and like come yell at us. And we were hiding like behind bushes and stuff like that. There was this one thing. Do you guys remember when? I think Ben was definitely there. Remember the Nerf wars we used to have in my house, like at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, I do.
I remember
Dude,
we were
oh my
playing with
God.
my brother and a few of his friends, and they like came in the room, and Ben screamed. I don't know. Scream.
I remember we were hiding behind the bed, like
Yeah,
in
hiding
between
behind the
walls of
bed. Yeah.
so can I just talk about? Okay, so the way my room is set up is that my bed faces towards I'm gonna say northern because I don't actually know which way it's facing, and then to the left of me is a mirror, and to the right of me is this big window, and I always leave my curtains open because I like the natural light that comes in during the day. And my neighbors to the right of me, who are technically behind my house, have this old school street light kind of thing outside of their house. So it's this tall little thing, and it hangs off a little bit, and it has this decently sized street light size light that's like a weird green color. So in the middle of the night,
Mhm.
I think it's motion censored, a squirrel will run by. So suddenly there is a light that is in the peripheral of my vision, and it looks like a tall person with a white head.
Oh.
Now, I'm not inherently a believer in Slenderman. I mean, he could exist, and there's nothing saying he doesn't. But if it's late at night and my instinct kicks in because all I see in the peripheral is a tall looking thing that looks kind of human-like in the pitch black of night, I have almost screamed multiple times.
Nope.
I never thought about it recently, but that happened a few nights ago, and I realized my vision started to go hazy.
May as
I
well
didn't
just
think
start
about it
closing
until
your
recently,
window.
but that is a weird coincidence.
Are you sure you just like don't have enough you're just dehydrated and you stood up too fast?
No, I was laying down when this happened.
I mean, it
Like I
still
just
could be
jerked my
that
head
way.
around. Like if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die comfortably. I want you to know that.
Man, I'm gonna get in the most comfortable position before I go out. I'll tell
Are
you
you
know,
ready
right
to
now.
die? No, wait, bro. I gotta get in my
Hold on,
comfortable
hold on.
position first.
Just like
I took my left earbud out because I got scared because I heard a noise.
We're on the 3rd floor. I think you're good.
Yeah.
Not if it's Slenderman. You're just gonna
Someone's in
climb
your
up
house,
and-
just jump up.
Yo, what if it's Siren Head,
That's
bro?
creepy.
I was about to
Siren
say
Head.
Siren Head. Why has it become such a
Dude,
big
that
meme?
dude, Siren Head is scary. That crap
It
is
is.
way more
a
scary.
I don't
tall,
care if it's a
lanky
meme.
looking-
I don't think
It
you
is
like
scary.
saw him.
Even when it's dancing, it still looks horrifying.
This
It's
reminds
so
me of the thing
big.
from Gravity Falls that always hid behind trees.
oh yeah. That's I
Remember
think
that thing?
I think that's supposed to be reminiscent of Slenderman as well. But
I think it
oh my
was.
gosh, if you look at some of like the depictions of Siren Head, like the actual sirens, if you look inside them, they're like mouths with like the
Yeah.
tongue draping out. I find that so funny. You look at it and it's just like a cone and it's just a mouth with like a dog like tongue like just like
Funny.
I mean, that is kind of funny if you look at.
We
Yeah,
have some
come on,
very
come on.
interesting meme history.
But the story I was talking about, basically my father's 2 brothers, Rusty and Ricky.
Is that the one with the gasoline and like with the
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah.
thing I don't know where my dad was, but this like, on like a big field, and they have like this cornfield as a bunch of open area, but then you have the field rats, and my dad's uncle was like, I know how.
It's Lincoln, dude. What are you doing?
What? Are you calling me a rat?
No.
No.
I'm talking about
He's
video
saying
games.
Clicking.
It's not me. I swear it's not.
I legitimately, whenever I hear the sound and nobody else is talking, only you and Daniel's green light was on, and when Daniel stopped talking, I could still hear it from your mic.
It's not me. I swear.
It's
You
fine.
were
Let's all
playing
be
COD,
quiet then.
Like no, in the podcast you said, or not? It wasn't during, but before it, you were like getting mad at the game.
Yeah, before.
Okay, whatever. Whatever. I just found it funny.
Jesus Christ.
But my dad's uncle was like, I know how to get it out. He has these like to till the field. He has these things you pull on the back of a John Deere tractor. And so
John Deere.
Yeah.
extra canisters. So he unplugs it and then puts it like the tube into the holes. Puts like a gallon in each hole he finds. He waits about 5 minutes. No rats come out. Normally, the fumes, all that gets them out.
Mm-hmm.
But the rat tunnels everywhere because like it was good, softer, day and easy of that. So they just dug everywhere. So no matter how much gasoline, it probably wasn't enough. So he was like, "All right, now I know what definitely will do it." He pulls out a lighter
Oh God.
in the hole, and my father's brother, the only thing he could hear was just like flame shoot out, and then after that you have the only logical thing that comes out of rat hole, flame and hot
A
rat.
rat?
Yeah,
Oh God.
It was like a whole. It was like a Ratatouille family type rats.
So you have
Oh God.
of rats on fire running around. And like I said, they have this cornfield, and this is like just after the season got starting to get fall, so it's kind of dry. They set the crops on fire, and then my one, I think it was Ricky. He seemed driving away from the sea.
That's just. It's an
Freaking
interesting one.
mice, dude.
What was that like one movie? It was like the Nut Job. That reminds me of something from the Nut
No,
Job.
we don't speak of that movie.
That was a perfectly fine movie. Like the year it came out, there were not a whole lot of
The
great
name-
movies.
How long have we been going for?
It doesn't matter. Keep going.
Almost.
No, wait, no. I have a point asking.
We've been going for about 1 hour and 15 minutes.
15.
Okay, because our other videos were like they ended at seconds apart. The first one ended an hour, 28 minutes, 15 seconds. The other ended an hour, 28 minutes, 11 seconds.
Yeah, it wasn't even intentional either.
I know it wasn't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mackenzie wants to FaceTime me, and
Bros come first.
I know they do. It's all
you didn't have
Broalations 1.
Enchantment Table 1.
enchantment table.
Unless she can read enchanting table language, I don't want to hear it, Lincoln.
I'll ask her after the chat.
It's gonna have so many questions.
Do you speak Minecraft enchantment table?
If not, get away from me.
This has been like the most interesting podcast yet.
It has.
Wait, so I never got to finish my story with the Watcher, the BuzzFeed Unsolved thing.
Okay, go for it.
I think okay, so basically he wasn't serial killer, he wasn't kidnapper or anything like that. He was just a stalker, okay? And he stalked a specific house, one single house. Every family that moved into that house, he would leave like notes in their mailbox about what they did over the past week, like specifics, like the children, how they love drawing on the walls or playing in the hallway, or like the dog that barked randomly in the middle of the night, or anything like oddly specific. And he always did in this weird like Middle English sort of thing. And eventually they called the police and stuff because that's the right thing to do. And he starts insulting the wife of the family in like Middle English, and it's the most hilarious thing ever.
Just like some slam poetry.
He's like screaming out. He's got like some Shakespeare insults in there. He's got some classic like Middle Eastern or not Middle Eastern, Middle English swear words. It's like classic, man. It's just wow. I didn't expect this.
It's a classy stalker.
Yeah, he's classy. He's a man of culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the weirdest thing about it was always so specific.
Yo, you have me checking my freaking window. Stop. I have goosebumps.
I know, dude. It's
Living on the second floor is amazing, guys.
Imagine like
third
not
floor,
okay.
please.
Dude, I'm so glad I'm going to like IKEA in like 2 days. I need to get blinds so badly.
The SCP.
SCP containment breach. Have you guys played that game?
I'm not actually into. You know what I really like about this kind of games though?
What?
Is that they kind of remind me of like H.P. Lovecraft in a way, not in the
They
sense
do.
that
Like the monsters are very Lovecraftian.
yeah, because they're so
The community
infinite. Like there's so much there to see. Oh,
Have
by
you
the way, I
noticed,
just linked it on.
there because of like international copyright laws. A Russian man claims and like sued the SCP thing because he like got copyright claim Russia, and so he just took claim over in Russia and sued them if they didn't give him containment, like the website in Russia, which I don't know how it ended. It's just something interesting about.
Yeah, no, like I had a few guests over earlier today. We were talking about horror movies, and have you guys watched the horror movie The Ritual?
The one
I don't
about
think so.
the forest with the ancient monster thing.
Yeah, dude, that movie's so great. I find that movie amazing. I know
I
a
don't
lot of
watch
people
it.
a lot of people don't like it, but I personally think it's quite good.
I've never watched it, but I remember one of my friends watched it, and she always hates it when I send her a picture of the monster because she's like, "You don't understand why that's scary, okay? You
Yeah,
don't understand why
it's-
that terrifies me."
I think so. I think a Cthulhu type movie would be like really great, especially because of the concept of Cthulhu. Like it's a being that you can't comprehend, and trying to comprehend it sends you into like a downward spiral into madness.
What are you talking about? According to game theory, that's just Bird Box.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's actually a pretty good theory. It's not actually that far out there. I mean, it's out there, but not that bad in comparison to a lot of game theory.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. There's actually like no monster. Like they wanted to leave it up to the imagination, even though it takes from H.P. Lovecraft lore. But like an
Yeah.
actual like Cthulhu movie where they know it's like they know it's Cthulhu, they don't know the name or whatever. The pronounced name of Cthulhu is so weird. I was listening to the pronunciation of it. It's like mind or whatever, like the physical conscious mind of Cthulhu, and it has such a weird name.
I think Cthulhu is just all of his monsters in general are so fun because I think it adds the unimaginable horror
Right.
to it, which H.P. Lovecraft kind of invented. It was of course out, and now it's become slightly saturated with like it's so terrifying you can't even comprehend.
Yeah.
But just knowing he created that and his monsters being so intertwined somehow.
Like the monsters like didn't play obviously they played a big role in the stories, but what played a larger role was the cult that followed the the monsters, which
or
what really
yeah,
made
cults
the
in general. I mean,
which really what
there
made
were a
the
couple.
even like there are a few games that are quite good in my opinion, like the Call of Cthulhu that got me into like the H.P. Lovecraft scene. And obviously they have the books. The books are quite nice.
I want to read his books. I haven't. I've just looked a lot into it, but I don't know. It's such a fun thing to talk about or just like think about because there's so much still left up to the mind.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
it's
no.
weird. You remember what he named his cat?
Yeah, of course I remember what he named the cat. I had to listen to that like
Yeah.
conversation like
What
7
are we
times.
on? What topic are we on right now?
H.P. Lovecraft.
We were talking about like horror movies
Oh, I'm
because
not
it kind of
familiar.
segued from like how I need to get frickin' blind because I keep on looking back. Dude, actually, I'm gonna close. I'm gonna go close my closet. Give me
No,
one
Ray,
minute.
open your window, please.
Yes, open the window.
Do it.
Listen
we're
to the
coming
baby
No,
sounds.
I'm closing my closet because like it's kind of like cracked.
Closing your closet. It was open.
I have a giant two-door closet. It's so
I have a
scary.
walk-in closet.
Why was your
that's
closet open? Are you trying
Yeah,
to die?
what? Yeah, are you crazy? The monster gonna get you.
My closet doesn't
Yo,
have
you're not covered by a blanket. You're not shielded, bro.
First of all, like Daniel, you don't have a walk-in closet. It's just kind of open and it's
my
there.
sister. I was
Yeah.
originally gonna have my sister's room, but then because my sister wanted a bedroom in the back, but then the only walk-in closet was my parents, and then one of the children's room. I was originally gonna have my sister's room walk-in, but she was like, "Oh, he gets a walk-in," because I was the last to pick my room. But
Oh.
so I was like, I'll just take this one to the house. Who cares?
guys. If I don't come back, there is currently a siren outside of my door. I think Siren Head's coming to get me.
Be
No,
careful.
he's gonna leave the box.
I don't know. That doesn't sound like an ambulance. Oh, that might have been a
Sounds
train.
the police.
So, Cooper, do you have any strange stories or strange occurrences?
Not really. Like my life is pretty boring.
My
Like,
ordinary life.
Everyone's life is
Man.
boring,
not really, but like
Welcome to
I can tell you a funny story.
except
Tell us a funny
all the
story.
girls who have to focus on thinking about themselves and making themselves a better
All
person.
right, we're not gonna.
and
we're
all
not
of
gonna go
that
there. We're not gonna go
excuse.
there. We're not going there.
Lincoln,
No,
that sounded very salty.
Internal issues with e-girl.
Lincoln, do you
E-girls?
wanna
Who do you think I
wanna
talk
talk
to?
about that in our DMs?
You talk to
Lincoln
me.
is a
Lincoln, do you
What?
want what?
We'll talk about it after the podcast is over.
Lincoln equals simp.
yes.
You clearly never met me. I don't gain anything, and I don't try
And
to gain
the only
anything.
thing of simp is squirrels in my pants. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
All I know is super into mashed potatoes.
What?
Can I just say, looking at the ritual pictures that Cooper sent in chat,
I just-
have like,
The first one isn't bad, but the second one,
oh,
oh
Had-
my
that's
god.
okay. Let me tell you,
What
I'm
is
gonna try to
that?
explain this scene to. That's the monster, but it
wanna
leads
think
up in
about
this almost 2D. It's a black and orange kind of scene as he like trembles across the forest, and
Oh
he
my God.
pulls up to this burning cabin, and he leans down. His hoof opens up, and it cuts down to you seeing him like pull in forward, Well, seeing as we're talking about a monster that kind of wants to kill everybody, I don't know what kind of fanfics you're into, but just saying.
Holy
And he like
Oh my
leans
God,
down and stares into
dude.
it, and it's the most terrifying scene ever. Like
I just felt like
I w-
something was
I
behind
remember
me.
being shown it, and I was like, "Why? Why'd you do this to me?"
What is it?
It's
The monster. I don't.
Yeah, it's just a monster. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
What
I'm
design?
so confused. It looks like so
Spooky
many
the
different
forest.
things. That
It's
makes
the
sense.
forest.
Cooper.
That's what it is.
Do you have any channel you'd like to plug that you have? I know we were talking about it.
Yes, I have a brand new channel that I'm actually about to record a brand new video after this. It's called Cracker Inc.
Of course.
Obviously,
Wonderful.
all I did is
Dude,
like
people-
commentary and story times on there.
Careful,
You
you'll
know,
get canceled.
people. Let me talk about the word cracker for a second. People are like, "Oh, why is the M word offensive, but cracker isn't?" And it's just, it's
We
just
talked about
really
that.
sad.
We talked about that in the first podcast.
Cracker means for
Yeah,
white.
I know.
All right. Is there any final words?
Yes.
You just delete us and never second.
Lincoln
No.
is
Daniel,
It's gonna get age
Daniel.
restricted.
Lincoln is a simp and Ben is gay.
Okay, who's doing the outro this time?
I guess.
I don't know how to do the outro or intro.
This is
What
why we
do you
can't have
say?
nice things.
This is why we're afraid to have guests.
What are you
Yeah.
talking
He said
Dude.
insult in his voice.
What do you
about? To take your
mean?
job, bro.
Okay, someone please do the outro before we get demonetized.
Quick, play the song of this.
And they're black.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the No Sugar Podcast. I am Logan, and I will be signing off with my fellow co-host. Hopefully, you tune in for the next episode, which will be coming up soon. Roll that music, baby.
And thank you for watching.
That's why I treat these hoes the way I treat them. Yeah.